Hello there, Libra. Thank you for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of September 7th through the 13th. On Monday, Libra, you have the Ace of Coins. This is interesting because one other sign already has gotten this on the same exact day, and theirs was right side up too. That almost never happens. So anyway, Libra, you got the Ace of Coins, which means that you're going to be receiving some kind of gift on Monday. So this can be anything from somebody giving you a piece of candy all the way up to, I've actually had this card come up for somebody who won the lottery, won $4,000 on the lottery. So, this can come up from anything from a piece of candy all the way up to infinity. All kinds of good stuff can come out of that. So that's what we see, you receiving some kind of gift on Monday. And then on Tuesday, what we have showing up is we have the Five of Clubs. And the Five of Clubs just tells me that there's a lot of creative energy around you. There's some kind of project that you're working on Tuesday, and there are a lot of people with some ideas about how this project should be done. The best thing that you can do so that this project can actually move forward is sort of unify everybody, get everybody on the same page about how to actually get this project completed. Otherwise, everybody kind of has their own agendas and they're sort of having fun with it their own way, which sort of keeps the project from moving forward at all. So try to get everybody up on the same page, and then you can get the project knocked out really quickly. So that's Tuesday, Libras. And then Wednesday, Ace of Clubs in reverse. The Ace of Clubs in reverse just tells me that on Wednesday you're going to be doing some kind of mundane work. So whatever you're doing, it's not going to take a whole lot of thought or creativity. It's just going to be doing what needs to be done that you could do in your sleep and not even think about it. That's what I see coming in for you on Wednesday, Libra. Now, Thursday, we have the Three of Swords showing up for you, Libras. Three of Swords is like one of my least favorite cards to tell people about. There's the Death card, which I actually see as good. The Three of Swords, I actually don't see as good, if that gives you any idea of how least favorite it is. So the Three of Swords basically is saying that something happens on Thursday that is sort of an injury to your heart. Emotionally is what I'm talking about. So this could be something that a friend maybe says to you or says about you, or this could be something that a significant other does that totally takes you by surprise and you just like, whoa, wow, where did that come from? This can be something that happens in the family as well. I am actually feeling for a lot of you Libras that this does have to do with family, that this has to do with inheritance, that this has to do with things not being handled in a fair or compassionate manner when it comes to an inheritance or a family situation like that. So that's kind of what I'm getting for quite a few of you. But there's a lot of different ways that this can manifest. When something like this comes up in a reading, because I do ask Sacred Spirit that all my readings come up with information for the client and myself's highest and best good. So when something like this comes up that doesn't seem like a very positive thing, the only thing I can assume is that Sacred Spirit is saying, okay, here's the heads up, so be prepared. In other words, if this is something that normally might trigger you into saying or doing some things that you would regret later on, if you kind of have a heads up that something like this is coming down the pike, then you can sort of almost like put your safety belt on and put your hard hat on and just be sort of ready for it. And also sort of have in mind, okay, well, how am I going to handle a sticky situation that might come up like this? What is the most gracious way for me to handle this type of thing? So just be kind of thinking along the lines of grace and graciousness and handling things smoothly and remaining calm. And that really is the benefit that I see to being able to know about something like this ahead of time. Now also, Libra, you have to be aware too that this is a general reading. So just because I'm seeing it here doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to apply to you. Not everything is going to apply to every person. It just doesn't work that way for a general. If you want to have a specific reading where you know everything's going to apply to you, then you want to get a private reading. But in a general reading, Things are just going to apply to the majority of the sign that I'm doing the reading for, but never will everything apply to everyone. It just doesn't work like that. Too many of you watching for that to be able to happen. Okay, so Friday, Libras, let's move on. What we have is the Queen of Coins. This is a split meaning too. So I've got about a 50-50 split. So there's a couple of ways that this is going to manifest. For some of you, the Queen of Coins personality is going to be you. For others of you, it's going to be somebody that you interact with on Friday. Queen of Coins personality is somebody who is very hospitable. They like to make people feel comfortable around them. Generally, they're a woman, although in a general reading, that's just for the majority of people, but they could come in as a male for some of the people who are watching this video as well. So you don't want to write that in stone. You don't want to write a gender in stone here. But Queen of Coins generally is a very hospitable person. She's somebody who, might plan a get-together. So maybe this is you planning a get-together at work or a retirement party or maybe just pizza day at work or who knows what. But just kind of putting something together. Now, if this is not you playing the hostess, because this can happen at work, this can happen at home, but it's all about making people comfortable around you. So I see you making people comfortable around you, and I'm hearing in a big way, Libra. So on Friday, you're going to be making people come around you comfortable in some kind of big way. So to me, that's talking about multiple people, not just making one person comfortable around you, but multiple people. Party-like situation. Now, for those of you who this is not you, the Queen of Coins will be somebody that you're interacting with on Friday. And this Queen of Coins is somebody who's generous and does try to make people feel comfortable around her. So it may be that you're invited to a get-together that this Queen of Coins personality is putting on or putting together. Or maybe you're invited over to her home for a dinner party or something along those lines. This is really just interacting with somebody who really likes to share her resources, and she is comfortable in her resources and make sure that people are comfortable around her. She's kind of like the epitome of the good hostess. Okay, so that's Friday. And then Saturday, what we have showing up is we have the Nine of Coins in reverse. And the Nine of Coins in reverse is just telling me, Libras, that on Saturday you're kind of looking around at your life and your lifestyle, and you're realizing that there is something there that you definitely want to change. Now, this can be anything. This can be deciding that your commute to work is too long. You don't want such a commute to work. Or this can be deciding something a little bit more major, like, you know what, I drink too much and I don't like that. I'm going to stop that. And this can be as simple as, you know what, I'm sick and tired of the curtains in my living room. I'm going to change those out. But it's something about your life or your lifestyle that you're realizing you're not really satisfied with on Saturday. And when that comes in, I also see you making plans to actually change that. And for some of you, you will be making that change on Saturday. Just as soon as it hits you, you're just taking care of it. Okay, done. And for others of you that it's not such an easy fix, I see you beginning the process on Saturday to start to put that fix in action so that you are more happy with your life and your lifestyle. So that's Saturday. Sunday, we have the Five of Coins showing up in reverse. Now, this is one of those cards that I would much rather see in reverse than right side up. So it's a good card. Don't anybody be panicking just because it's upside down. Okay, so Five of Coins in reverse just means that on Sunday, there's something happening that sort of loosens up your budget. Have you ever heard of tightening up your belt? Like when times get hard or tight, you tighten up your belt? Well, this is more like loosening up your belt. So there's something going on with your budget that's a good thing. So maybe you get a raise, or maybe you get a bonus, or maybe somebody gives you some money, or maybe somebody gives you some type of material goods, so now you don't have to pay for those material goods. This can also be, what else can I be? I just had like 3 things in my mind, and now they just all ran right out. Bum, ba-dum, bum. This can also be paying something off, paying off a cell phone, paying off a car, making that last mortgage payment. This can be paying something off so that from now on you don't have that payment anymore. So that gives you some extra breathing space in your budget as well. So that can come in a couple of different ways. So anyway, it's good news because you have more space in your budget. Yay! All right, well, Libra, that is your week. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I do appreciate your time. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Those of you who have had a reading with me and those of you who will have a reading with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. I appreciate your support so much. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here next time around. Peace out.